Hey, what's happening, everyone? I am listening to another really amazing podcast from Diary of a CEO. This is a podcast that I recommend, a great interviewer and great guests often, especially in the health space and growth mindset and finance space as well. And he's talking about ultra-processed foods again, and the fact that populations around the world that are in a financially struggling condition often, if not always, have much less access to high quality food and high quality education and a high quality environment that is conducive to thinking about making really healthy food choices. So it's not just about the personal responsibility, the willpower, the ability to make healthy decisions, because it is the culture, the society, the environment, the consciousness of that particular group that's making them have a very difficult time making the choices that need to be made to really have an incredibly healthy body and a overall healthy life. So we often see, when we really dig deeper into what are the solutions to these problems, a lot of times on the surface we think, well, just choose the healthy fruits and vegetables instead of all of the garbage that's just packaged in all of these boxes and containers on the shelves of these supermarkets and little convenience stores, right? It makes sense. But ultimately, a lot of places don't have the access and they don't have the financial ability and also the knowledge and the culture that's conducive to making these types of choices. So you really need to have a lot of these different factors collide to be able to have a body and a mind and a life that thrives. So when I'm talking about the things that I'm doing, I'm coming from a culture and society and financial situation and consciousness that's more conducive to healthy choices than some of these other environments that you're going to be seeing all around the world. So there are a lot of different choices people make that are, going to be good for them or not good for them, depending on the type of environment that they grew up in. And also, just think about culture and even the genetics of a particular society, how they've developed to gravitate towards particular actions, particular thoughts, and particular tastes for things, whether it's food or what they like to do for recreation, how they like to spend their free time. All of this is built into a society that has been developed over generations and generations. So to unwind this entangled situation that we find ourselves in often is a lot easier said than done. And so this is actually a potentially very long process of untangling these very, very tight knots that have been tightened over time. And it can be just very messy and very challenging. But it doesn't mean that we don't put any effort either. We try to pass on the knowledge as best we can. We try to set an example ourselves the best we possibly can, and just spreading the word in a compassionate and empathetic and concise, easily digestible, easily understandable manner, so that as many people can start to have a little bit of an enlightened consciousness, specifically in the nutritional space. If your nutritional situation is off, your biochemistry is now going to be off, which is going to be affecting your brain, which is going to be connected intimately with your mind, which is going to be connected intimately with your words, your thoughts, your energy, your actions. All of these things are going to have a cascade effect on all the decisions and experiences that you have in your life. So that's why, and if you look at the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, these basic biological needs are the ones that need to be taken care of first. So if you're not understanding that you need to have a healthy body as the baseline for everything, then go back to square one and simply start to work on that first. From that platform, you're going to be able to understand things on a deeper level, on the higher levels of consciousness. So then you're going to be able to understand more of how to navigate your financial landscape, your relationships, your meditation practices, your fitness, all of these different things. Even fitness is very difficult if the nutritional situation is really poor. And of course, if you have some propensity or attraction to fitness, then that's going to make it so that it's easier for you to be able to make healthier food decisions, because you realize that building a healthier body through fitness can be increased dramatically through your nutritional choices as well. So these ones are very, very intimately connected. So that's why we always start with the nutrition and the fitness. Just simply getting out into the fresh air, that's free. If you live in a neighborhood or some part of the world where the financial situation is very poor, then the way to start is to be able to get out into the fresh air and the sunshine and just take a nice walk and enjoy the beauty and the health of nature itself. These will heal you versus sitting inside and having a toxic environment with recycled air and watching TV or being addicted to your phone. These are things that actually cost money. TV and phones and games and movies and shows, all this kind of stuff costs some money, but it's actually free to go outside and lead a healthier lifestyle in that manner. So that's how we can start to think about doing things that aren't expensive but are actually healthy. And then always get a good healthy water source in some way or another. If you can get some type of filtration system, or you can get some type of source of water, then you're going to have a cleaner source, and then you start looking into the food. There are a lot of ways that you can have healthy food choices that aren't as expensive as you may think. It's not like you have to go and all of a sudden change to just organic or some type of, superfoods that are expensive or something like that. You start gravitating more towards the whole foods and away from the ultra processed foods. Of course, the ultra processed foods are cheaper. They're even cheaper than the whole foods for the most part. And so when you're just thinking about budgets, you're going to have to be more conscious about where your money goes. But if you do spend some time and budget and you pick more whole foods, then it's going to make it so that your overall health and your outlook on life changes, and then your opportunities financially are going to be able to grow faster, because like we said, a better body, a better mind means that your energy changes, your consciousness changes, your opportunities for financial growth increase. This is a fact. This can take time. Of course, the environment is part of it. Your network is part of it. Your relationships are part of it. All of this is going to develop and grow. If you're hanging around people that are more health conscious, then those are the type of people that are going to be more likely to have more financial ambition as well, because just in general, they're in a growth mindset. They are in a thriving mindset instead of just a survival mindset. People that want to thrive, they want to have a stronger financial situation, they want to have better relationships, they want to add fitness and nutrition to their life, and they want to have some type of meditative practice, and often are studying ancient books of wisdom to be able to become more enlightened in their consciousness. These are the kind of people that you'll be hanging around as you gravitate more and more towards these healthy lifestyle choices. So when we look around in our society, in our culture, in our town, in our city, in the country, wherever we're living, think about the consciousness of the people. And you have to often make moves. It may be a geographic move. It may be moving to a different neighborhood or a different part of town, or it may be just simply going to a different place for where you like to do, spend your free time. It may be in a park or at the beach versus at the club or the bar or whatever it may be, because the type of people that are going to be hanging around in those particular places are going to be more like-minded people. So now you're going to be making friends with people that are in the consciousness that are closer to where you want to be, and then this is going to have a synergistic, harmonious effect upon all of you, and you're going to be moving in the right direction together versus moving in the wrong direction together. So all of this is, of course, once again, is way easier said than done, but we need to try to make these micro moves and continue to get more and more educated and understand things on a deeper level and work together as a community, as a society, as citizens of this world to be able to help each other out. And each one of us that's on the right path is going to be another beacon of light for the rest of us. So everyone help out, jump on this team. I'm trying to get people together to basically form a group, form a team to be able to have more impact on each other and on the world. All right, so that's my speech for the day. Hopefully everyone's doing well and has got some value from this channel, The Ultimate Human Experience. We are trying to achieve this ultimate human experience day by day, step by step, with all of these different tactics and strategies and techniques to have a better life. All right, you guys, let's get this. Aloha.